world. And if you're confused, well, I'm absolutely terrified, because I'm actually perched high on Sydney Harbour Bridge, 500 feet up. Behind me, the dazzling panorama of Sydney City. Well, this is our base for the first treasure hunt in a brand new series. I'm off to find my start position now. See you later!
Hello, and a very warm welcome from all of us here to this, the start of our 6th series of Treasure Hunt. Now, you already know where Anneka Rice is, but we'll have to wait a bit to find that out ourselves. And before I introduce our 2 contestants, just let me have a word with our lovely adjudicator, Wincy Willis. Wincy, it's good to be with you again after all this time.
And you, Kenneth, I've missed you.
Yeah, I've missed you too. Speechless. You going to give us the same sort of information and help as usual?
As usual, none at all, but I know where she is. Lucky devil.
Oh, do you? Aren't you
right,
lucky?
Yeah.
And now our 2 contestants. They are Phil Cox from London and his brother Pete from Dorset. You looking forward to doing this?
Indeed. Keen to get started.
You know what you've got to do. You solve 5 clues and guide Anneka Rice around this course, then you win yourself £1,000.
Easy.
What do you do for a living?
I'm creative director of an advertising agency in London.
And what about you, Pete?
I'm an archaeologist. I work for a regional archaeological trust based in Salisbury.
The only digging you can do here is in all the books.
I'll try my best.
Well, as always, we will not be able to see Anneka here, but we should be able to talk to her. So, Anneka, can you hear me?
Hello! G'day! G'day, sports. Cooey cobbers, how you doing? Koalas,
I see.
wallabies, kangaroos. Any ideas where we are?
None at all.
No, you lot, that
Bogner.
We're in Australia, of course. And the skyline behind me must be one of the most beautiful and one of the most famous in the world. The Opera House and the Harbour Bridge is absolutely stunning. The sun's just gone behind a cloud, so I can't quite show the pure poetry and motion of it all, but it really is lovely. I'm standing on a little promontory called Mrs. Macquarie's Point, and she was the wife of one of the first governors here, and she used to come along here and sip her tea and think, isn't Sydney wonderful? And that's what we're all saying at the moment. We're having a great time. We've all got terrible jet lag because we've only been here about 2 nights. So what time is it over there?
Well, it's just after 10 here. Now we know why we're here in the middle of the night, don't we?
We're still awake, just.
You see, let me just introduce the crew to you. Let me introduce Bruce Mayborough. Here he is. This is Brucey Baby, otherwise known as Frank Down Under. Do you get that? Down Under? No, never mind. And let me introduce to you Bruce Berry. How you doing?
G'day, g'day.
Anyway, let's get going, for goodness sake. We can't sit around all day. Open your map. Now, if you find the main centre of Sydney and the Harbour Bridge, just to the east of that, I don't think it's actually, just to be awkward, I don't think it's actually marked, but if you find out where it says Opera House and go for there, that's where we are.
That's the Opera House.
Right, you're just about by the Opera House.
Just
Fine.
about. That's
Great. Wincy, tell us a bit more about this area, would you please?
Certainly, Kenneth. Isn't she lucky? Here we are. Here's Sydney, Australia's biggest city, of course, and the capital of New South Wales. And the detailed map shows our treasure hunt area. From Hawkesbury River, way up there in the north, we've got a couple of national parks thrown in, and down to Sydney itself. And all this pink shading bit is the built-up area. Botany Bay is way down there in the south. The map scale is about 35 miles from north to south. And Annie's start position, as she said, it's on the second promontory, east of Harbour Bridge, and I believe it's actually known as Mrs. Macquarie's chair rather than point.
Oh, right.
Right, the hint for the treasure is pick a pocket.
Pick up pocket.
Pick a pocket, OK?
Right, OK.
So we've got 45 minutes, 5 clues and £1,000. The best of luck. Start the clock.
Let's have the first clue, then.
right.
Right here, I'm just going to read the first clue. Where Darcy Gray's husband holds the fort, fire away with a timely report. Where Darcy Gray's husband holds the fort, fire away with a timely report. So.
Well, it's so obvious that we'll just
so
sit
obvious.
here.
Thanks very much. If it's obvious to you, why don't you let us in on it?
It's very obvious to you.
We're just having too good a time. Let's go and say hello to our fantastic pilot. We got a very interesting helicopter.
Darcy's Gray's husband is Michael
So
Dennis.
say goodbye. Well, sure, we'll be flying over that glorious view in just a minute.
Right.
Pinchgut Island.
Fire away with it. Anneka!
Annie?
Hello.
Annie, hi, this is Phil.
Yes.
I think we
Hello,
want to
Phil.
head towards Fort Denison. That's a little island. It's also called Pinchgut, which is right out in the water ahead of you.
Straight ahead of you. On your, look on
I
your...
can't see it.
Do you know
Oh,
the
Fort
way-
Denison.
Fort Denison.
Denison.
Hello. There's all these people here waiting to do a photographic session. What are you filming?
Well, they'll be filming you unless you take off quickly.
This man will go far. See you. Right, let's come and say hello to Bruce. No, his name's not Bruce, it's Gillies. Gillies! We have a very interesting helicopter. Look at this. This
Yes.
apparently is a cattle prodder. No, it's... Oh, you're winding me up.
Anneka, are you anywhere going to get off
Yes,
the
we're
ground?
here. I'm just saying hello to Gillies. How are you doing? What is this?
What's the link with Dulcie Gray?
What are your
Sorry,
socks?
Pardon?
Is that an
Well,
Australian
Michael
wind
Dennis,
gag?
he's called. Her husband is called Michael Dennis.
Oh, I see.
I believed you when you said it was a cattle prodder.
It is, yes, rounding up cattle.
It is.
Oh, this picture of Pinchgut.
Yes, that's right.
Listen, we've
There's
got
a
work
picture
to do.
of-
Let's
there's a
get
picture.
going. Where
Annie,
we're
are
going
you-
is,
We've got a
hello there.
We've got a picture of the island, a little illustration of the island. There's a fort on the island.
Denison. Yeah, Cobber. Good on you, Spot.
Are you listening to
get
what they're
going.
trying to tell you? Anneka,
I'm as full as a fat lady.
I think
Stop.
she's been transported.
Right.
Anneka,
Hello.
are you listening to what Phil's trying to tell you?
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes, I am.
Otherwise, we shall make sure you don't get back into England.
I wouldn't mind. I'm thoroughly enjoying Sydney at the moment.
Tell her again.
Okay, we can.
Okay.
We have got an illustration of
Yep.
Pinchgut, which is the island
Yep.
in the middle of the bay there, and there's an illustration of a fort
Yes,
on
okay, got that.
on the island. Now, it's a far
Fort
away with a
Denison.
timely report. It suggests to me there's going to be a cannon or something
Cannon!
there.
Right. Okay, we'll go and have a look. Just to say, we've just flown over the Opera House, which John Betchman described as nuns in a rubber scrum. Or there's the Dame Edna version. She claims she saw a waiter in a restaurant folding serviettes, and she said, why don't you enter the competition, fill in the form? Anyway, that's the fort below us, is it? Here we are.
Can you land there, Anneka?
Yes, there are cannons. Yeah,
Right.
do
Yes,
these
well-
cannons work, you know?
Oh, I think some of them do, yeah.
Right.
Right.
My friend Gillis reckons those cannons work. It's a touch of the 1812 overtures again. We needed those. Here we are. This
It's a
is
rather
the
long,
fort,
it's a rather long piece of music to wait till the end for.
Yes. The military are up there, the soldiers in all their glorious uniforms. Now, we're coming down into a scene straight from the 18th century. I presume this is a sort of recreation of
That's right. It's a
18th
it's a
century.
very old fort.
Right. So perhaps it's a... Oh, look, I think there's a couple of convicts as well.
A couple of what?
It's great.
Convicts.
Big fat things on the side.
That's it. The fort was built during the Russian scare at the time of the Crimean War.
Oh, how do we get in? Down here, be careful. Gillis, no, you haven't got the rules of the game. You're not meant to go away. Oh, you'll never catch on in Australia. Let's get down. Right.
Have you looked over there
Apparently
at all
when,
for a book
Captain
about
Phillips
any of the
arrived, he arrived with
forts?
759 convicts. So perhaps... Oh,
Stop! Who might you be, madam?
someone called Annie.
Annie, is it? And what's your business on our island?
You might well ask. No,
I did ask.
I've come to find a cannon, excuse me.
Do you know you've just invaded the property of King George III?
Have I?
Therefore, I am going to have to arrest you.
Ooh.
Private,
Excuse me.
tie her up. Tie her up.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you going to be arrested?
All for you, madam.
I've been arrested by a couple of
Look, a
diggers.
likely bleeding story, madam. I don't believe a word.
Hello?
Say, you brazen hussy. Well, yeah, I know. She's walking around with her underwear on. It's disgusting. Take that woman
I've
over here.
been manhandled by two Australians. I'm loving it.
Guilty as charged. Take you from my sight. Next prisoner, if you please. The Crown versus Edward Downey, sir. Edward Downey, then call Edward Downey.
Sorry, can I just explain? There's a sort of magistrate here and he's about to pass
Beg your
sentence.
pardon? Goodness gracious me. She's hardly wearing any clothes at all. A pair of sailor's trousers. It's disgusting, Your Worship. Indeed, continue.
Yes, Worship. We've got a matter of a certain young lady who's just invaded.
Can I have my hands back so I can just hear what you're saying?
No, you cannot. Keep her in custody.
Sorry. What's it?
Look, it's the 1 o'clock.
Here we are. Oh, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes.
What is your name?
Annie.
Right.
Annie. No, you
Yes.
want Annie?
Listen, Kenneth, listen to
No,
this
no.
chat.
Your full name. Your full name.
Anneka.
And your occupation?
Television person who's...
No, not your hobby. Your full employed.
I don't have a proper job.
You have a proper job,
Anneka.
Annie. You look
Listen,
dishevelled.
Kenneth, I'm just about to be arrested for goodness sake.
Why are you here, woman?
Ward him off somehow.
A cannon?
Yes.
You want to steal one of King George III's?
You want the
Annie.
1 o'clock gun.
I find you guilty of
Annie, the
charge.
southern end of the island,
I
it is
hereby
at the...
have no alternative but the sentence should receive no less than 7 years hard
Annika,
labour.
can you get into this
Understood?
1 o'clock gun? What's going on down there?
Yes, come on.
I need the 1 o'clock gun. Listen, can I...
It'd be a
Yes.
shame to lose her
I
straight
need the
away.
1
Annie,
o'clock
the 1
gun.
o'clock gun is at the southern end of the
Where's my
island.
map? Where's my
King
map?
George III's island.
Where's my
And
map?
you're not allowed to
Look like a very big
She's actually
island.
being taken to jail at the moment.
She's
She obviously didn't arrive with all the cans of
What are you
lard.
doing here? I want the south gun. The what? The cannon. The 1 o'clock gun.
The 1 o'clock, you want to know where it is?
Yeah.
I know where it is. Here, if I help you, you find that 1 o'clock cannon, you'll help me escape from this.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
well.
course.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got a friend,
Well,
yes.
come on then, darling.
Anneka, I just want my map. Yes, I've been now.
Have they taken your
I
map?
can only find it when it goes
Yeah,
off
they've
at 1
taken my map and I'm with this sort of prisoner.
Hey, it's all right, darling. I'll look after you.
The Australians are such shy and retiring people,
Aren't
aren't
they
they?
just? Yes, yes.
It's a red coat pig. Come on, darling. Come
No,
on.
I'm sorry, but we haven't got all day.
You've got
Where's the
45
1
minutes.
o'clock? True. Gulls. That's the loo.
Sounds as if you're in Earl's Court,
What's
Annie.
happening now?
I know, just like being in Earl's Court here, I can tell you.
We
Here we go.
Quickly. Hang on, not yet, not yet.
This is just bizarre. Good old England. Good old England.
Apparently they're pointing her in the right direction now.
As long as they're pointing you, you're at the 1 o'clock gun.
Yes, the 1 o'clock gun, right.
Pointing it
Goodness
at her.
me. Yes. This is just...
The 10 o'clock
Yeah,
cannon.
right. Can you fire it?
No, that's the 10 o'clock one. That's no
But
good.
that's the...
That's the 11 o'clock
Right,
cannon.
so that's the...
This must be the 1 o'clock
This is the
cannon.
1 o'clock, right. Ugh,
What are
it's
you
all
looking for?
greasy, a pink glue.
There should be a clue there on the gun somewhere, Annie.
Probably in the barrel.
Can't take the cannon, darling.
I know, I don't like to stick my head... Ah, here it is!
got it,
We've got
right.
it!
Keep going.
Read it.
Right,
and go
listen,
straight on.
I've got to have my map!
Oh, congratulations. But that's fine.
No.
You are nothing but a your wit coming by me.
To an Oscar Hammerstein setting at a matches-sounded town where an Iron Man will help drum up the clue.
Indeed, Anneka,
feel rabid.
congratulations.
Get back in the
You have
helicopter.
found the clue.
And you're
Well
heading for
done.
Manly.
Another fanfare, if
You like
please.
me now, don't
I
you?
like
Did you
now.
get that, Annie?
I
Yes.
thought you were a witch at first, but now we've changed our mind.
Right, I've got to go. We're in a hurry. Yes.
If you can get back into the helicopter, you're heading northeast towards Manly. That's the
Northeast?
macho-sounding
No,
town.
absolutely bonkers.
Earth is...
Come on, girls.
Did you hear that, Anneka?
Yes,
Manly.
northeast towards Manly.
Manly, yes.
She's having fun anyway.
She obviously
I don't
is.
think there's any room.
What you said?
I know. Oh, God, I feel terrible.
Have they let you go, Annie?
They're all absolutely... Guinness. They're all absolutely demented in there. You lot are a funny lot, aren't you? Listen, northeast to Manly we need to go
That's
now.
right.
Okay. Towards Manly.
Sorry?
We're trying to work out... We're trying to work out the Oscar Hammerstein setting.
You're quite right. Right, let's go. Farewell. 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 Oh, God. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, God.
We've never heard anything
Gunshot.
like it.
No.
Well, I've never been abducted like that before. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would recommend the Aussies. You know what they say? Australia, where men are men and sheep are nervous. Oh, sorry, no. Different
It's the
show.
lyricist and
Right.
musical comedy author.
We're just flying off. Now, the wonderful thing about Sydney is that there's all these little hidden coves, about 40 coves and beaches around the city itself.
And Oscar...
just
Ah,
so
listen, and Oscar Hammerstein wrote Showboat. There could be a
Right.
showboat, and he also was involved in the desert song, so it's something to do with the desert, or it's something to do with showboat.
Single-span bridge in the world.
Oklahoma, Carousel, could be Carousel.
Glorious.
South Pacific.
1929.
we need to find something about Manly.
Well, I think it's something about... Well, not about man in there, if you want to have a look
Okay.
at it. Something about South Pacific. You hit it there, obviously. It must be South Pacific.
Could be South Pacific, but it could be...
Right.
I know, that's Reef
There we
Beach.
go.
It's a favourite
So,
spot for nude
whizzing along all these
sunbathing.
lovely little
There
coves.
is her there.
Said goodbye to the harbour bridge back there, which I said is the largest single-span bridge in the world. It's great fun sitting on top of it, I can tell you, a bit terrified. Manly, how are we doing for
About
Manly?
South Pacific.
Manly Beach?
Yeah,
About 3 minutes.
okay. Guinness is so laid back. Are you always this laid back? Just no worries, mate.
You've really got an Australian... Annie, you've really got an Australian called Guinness?
Guinness! No, not Guinness. Gillis. His name's, what's your first name? Graham? Graham Gillis, but he's always known as Gillis for close, personal, intimate friends, and I've just decided I'm one of those. We've known each other for 5 minutes now, after all. Now, we're flying around the point here. It's just so beautiful. As I say, people who live in Sydney don't know how lucky they are.
Manly Ferry.
Look, I mean, that's just...
That's the Manly Ferry.
Oh, this is the Manly Ferry we're passing over. The ferries are a great part of Sydney life. The harbour's like a sort of busy town square, a marine version of a busy town square. And go on lovely sightseeing trips around the harbour. I've been here on many wish you were here, so I know it quite well.
Nothing more
Must
about
be so
Manly.
boring having to go back to
I know,
Australia
you know,
again, Annie.
There's something in Manly that has something
No, I
to do
don't.
with
I've
one
never
of these...
You'll have to come. It is just glorious. And the standard of living is incredible. Look at those...
Yeah, keep going.
Say,
Yeah.
Iron Man.
An Iron Man.
Iron Man, how are you getting on? We're just churning our way.
Annie, the Oscar Hammerstein setting, it's obviously relates to one of his productions, one of his musicals. So
Oh, right.
it could be Sound of Music.
Can I just interrupt you a
Right,
minute?
will
In this Collins
Beautiful
dictionary, an Iron Man,
Just
an event at a listen, Anneka.
Hello, yes.
Annika,
Hello.
an Iron Man is an event at a surf carnival in which contestants compete at swimming, surfing, running, etc. So there's probably going to be a surf bar.
Yes, it's a surfer. Annie, head for the beach.
Head for the beach. We're
It's
going to the
something
beach.
We have to go around to the
And you're
beach.
going to see
Yeah,
some
just
people taking part in a
straight onto the beach. We're
swimming
just
or
going round the
surfing
headland
contest.
here. The extraordinary thing is, this area out at Manly is
the
what
Iron
the
Man the name
Australians
of just
call
one
the
of them, or-
suburbs.
Well, an
Out
Iron
of
Man.
the
so
It's an
suburbs.
event.
Suburbs. It's
So
quite
this is one of the
incredible.
guys. It's when they
Actually,
rush out into the
yeah.
surf
So
with
here
the
we are,
ropes.
suburbs of Sydney with the odd house.
I wonder if the drum
Oh,
is
the
the
drum.
coil.
They have a coil
Yeah.
of rope,
Brings
don't
it-
they?
brings it
Yes,
in.
because he has a harness
That's right.
and rushes out. Annie, can you see some people rushing out into the surf
Manly
with
Beach,
attached to
yeah.
Oh,
ropes?
this is Manly Beach here.
No,
oh,
just
God.
take it out.
Yeah, are there
Very
some
funny.
people...
You should
Are
have
there
been
some
locked
people
away years
rushing
ago,
out and
Guinness.
swimming?
Yes, we're here and I'm looking for people.
Right,
I'm looking, I promise.
There's-
I'm just...
Annie, there should be a kind of swimming contest
Okay.
going on.
Or surfing.
Or surfing. It may be these guys with the harness on attached to a rope rushing out into the
Okay,
sea.
so I've got to find
The life-saving.
Oh, the life-saving. Oh, right.
And the-
That's
the-
very
and-
famous in Australia, isn't it? Because,
And Annie, the clue says the Iron Man will help drum up the clue. This could be the cable drum that all the rope or the cable is winched up on.
right, okay. Well, just round the corner, we're coming to the beach, so just an Iron Man, a sort of butch, sort of muscular Australian. Sorry, Graham, calm down. It's just too much for me, I can't cope. This is Manly Beach ahead of us now. Most of the coast around here, they do have sort of shark nets. I don't think you see many sharks, but they're very concerned about safety. And the surf is pretty strong, some of the beaches.
Are you looking
Now-
forward to a dip in the sea, then?
I can't even see anyone in the water at the moment. Don't know.
Are there-
Again, this is what I'm saying. This is the suburbs. Can you imagine it? Absolutely
fine over
amazing.
here.
What
Yeah,
a view they must have.
That's right.
Now, let's just take a look on the beach. There does seem to be some kind of event going on.
It does, yes. Well, that'll be it.
We're looking for some...
We're going to just whip... Oh, look, there's a sort of muscular-looking chap with a surfboard. Graham.
That's
Can you
the
see
sort.
that?
It's going to be
That
more of a
long yellow
contest, though, Annie.
Yes, and there's the drum. Yes, I see what you mean. He has
Yes,
got a
right.
sort of...
Good.
But so do you think it's something in the water?
No, Annie,
no,
I think
it's
the
the
clue
drum
is on the
itself.
drum.
She's going to have to wind it
Yes.
in.
Oh, that's
Yes.
easy. Well, let's just go. These are the flags on the beach.
30
over
minutes
here,
to
Graham,
go.
you see? Oh, sorry, Graham, jet lag. They have the flags on the beach, and you're only allowed to swim within those flags.
Although known treasure hunter will be the man running out into the surf who's got the clue.
Anneka running out.
Yes, I'm sure it'll happen. She's going to get wet.
Have you landed? Sorry, Gillis.
Whereabouts?
Anywhere you like. It's up to you, Gillis. It's called...
Land on the beach.
Why not?
It's a council bylaw against it. If I land there, I'll be in trouble.
Land as near as you can.
Annie, you're going to have to get wet by the sound of it.
Land on their property.
We can't land here.
Land as near as you can.
Drop me in the water. OK. I've got to get wet.
You're going to get wet.
Well, it's the least you can do.
Yes.
Nice
Going all that way.
Nice warm water anyway.
Bye.
Bye.
Now that she is
shan't be
out of
hearing
communication, Frankie's going to give us a running commentary, right? Frank?
He's helping to disrobe, I think.
I bet he is.
I hope the shark nets are up.
I don't want to lose it just yet. For another 35 minutes.
You're going to move your helicopter, Kenneth? So you go all that way and you still come up with council by.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Annie's jumped in the water, Kenneth.
Yes, good. And is she
And she's
What's she doing?
swimming to the shore.
Right.
She's what?
Swimming to the shore.
Oh, she's swimming to the shore.
OK, she should be going for the guy with the drum, the cable drum, the rope drum, or the man at the end of the cable.
I don't think there'll be any problem there. She'll head towards the lifeguard.
She's bouncing. I'm surprised she hasn't fallen over in the shallows to get rescued.
Yes.
Is she anywhere near any sort of human or anything, or sharks or anything at all?
Well, she's got Frankie Graham,
She's running towards the barrel.
Good.
Towards the drum.
Good.
Yes. Great.
Yes. She's got the clue.
Got the clue.
Oh, good.
Right.
Stop the clock.
We're going to take a short break now. Welcome back to part two. Well, Phil and Peter have now solved 2 clues. You're £150 to the good. How's the time going for them?
And you're on schedule.
Good.
Right.
Well, Annie, are you where we left you?
No, I've just repositioned the St. Pat's College behind me. It's a seminary, apparently. We've just repositioned on top of the hill, and I'm a bit soggy. Anyway, this is number 3.
OK, shall we get on?
OK.
Let's start the clock.
In one of Mr. Utson's shells, Mr. Adams Willis will lead you a pretty dance.
In one of Mr. Utson's shells, Mr. Adams Willis will lead you a pretty dance. Well, now.
This is very Channel 4.
Right.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling. No, I have a feeling this is the Opera House, I think.
Oh.
There's
the
of course
shells,
shells.
yes.
Of course.
that's
That's
the
Mr. Hudson, the
Opera House.
designer.
It could be.
Yes.
Right.
Just to show...
Could you take off and hover?
Just to show Gillis that there's no hard feelings. That's for you.
Oh, thanks a lot.
And all I'll do in return is leave a nice soggy patch on
Yeah,
your
the first
seat.
prize was won by Jorn
Keith, all is
Utzon.
forgiven. I'll be back later for next week.
Annie?
Hello,
Annie,
Opera House.
it's definitely the Opera House.
Opera
Mr.
House?
Yeah.
Hudson was the designer.
Right.
And the shells are the shells of the Opera House.
Yeah, those
Opera
are the shells.
House.
See, these are the
Okay.
shells.
Right.
So back to the Opera House.
Yes,
Well, it seems a
it's
shame
just
to
a
come
programme.
here
Opera House.
and
I'm
go all
looking
the
at
way
the
back
programme
again.
here now.
Mr. Adams Willis is this...
No, those are some dancers
dance.
in.
Yes.
Let's see, is it? What is it?
Right, well, we're speeding back towards the Opera House.
Jolly good.
And we say
November,
goodbye to the manly lifeguards
December.
who do their job totally voluntarily. To say there's strong currents out this way. Oh, they've gone now. Charming. Don't hang around to say hello. And there's the skyline of the Sydney, the city, ahead of us in the distance there. As I say, what a very dramatic skyline. It's absolutely beautiful. It really is the most spectacular city.
Anneka, apparently someone said the Opera House looked like a group of French nuns playing rugby.
No, that was Sir John Betchman. Yeah, I said that earlier. So it was Sir John Betchman said it was like nuns in a rugger scrum.
OK, you're on your way then to the Opera House, Annie.
Yes, we are.
Lovely. We're just trying to find out what Mr. Adams Willis is all about.
No, it's the Willies. I think they're fairies or something in a ballet.
Well,
Fairies.
What have we got on?
Is it Giselle?
Giselle is on.
Is it in Giselle?
Characters in Giselle.
Is Giselle on now?
Seen a book on opera somewhere.
Would the opera house there? Right, yeah. Would those properties be expensive down there? The ones on the seafront?
Sure, very
Yeah?
expensive, yeah.
Where do you live?
I live just on the point over on top of the hill over there to our right, between here and the Opera House.
The poor area.
25 minutes left.
Well, I live there, it must be.
I mean, look at this. Look at this as an Australian wind gag. We'll have a whip round, see if we can, you know, get you a decent... You want one of these
I'd
little
appreciate
knobs?
it, yeah. That's
What
not
colour
too
would you like?
Blue's fine.
I think it's your colour, Guinness.
We say that Giselle is on at the moment.
Giselle is on at the moment. They're rehearsing because it's an evening show.
Giselle ou les Villiers.
Oh, les Villiers.
Oh, ho.
Eh bien.
Mr.
Sorry?
Adams, Villiers.
And the composer was Adam.
Right.
Okay. Annie.
Hello.
Annie, this is Phil. When you reach the
Hello,
Opera
Phil.
House... Hello?
Yeah?
When you reach
Hello?
the Opera House, we're looking for a rehearsal, I think it must be, of Giselle.
Giselle.
Yes.
Right.
The ballet
okay.
Giselle.
Okay. Fine. No problem. We're whizzing over there now. We're passing all these craft. There's ferries
Annie.
and yachts. Yes, hello.
Annie, when you reach the place, there are a lot of stages, there are a lot of areas. You are looking for the opera theatre, not the concert hall, but the opera theatre, which is obviously
You say that-
one of the areas. Kenneth, you had a
Where they're
map,
doing the
right?
ballet,
Yes,
anyway.
that's the one. That's where Giselle is on.
Okay,
And
Giselle in
so
the theatre.
you find somebody and ask them for the opera theatre.
Okay, no problems. Right, there we are,
No sweat.
ahead of us. So sweat. No worries, mate,
No worries,
for sure.
yeah.
No worries.
No worries, no
No,
worries.
no worries, mate.
Anneka, it
no worries.
says that in the ballet, at the stroke of midnight, the Villi appear, led by their queen Mirtha. They are the embodiment of the spirits of dance-loving brides who
The
died before
skyline
their
in
wedding.
Sydney is lovely, the architecture. What's that?
Around the park,
Oh, Zoo, Graham.
One bit of this is the
quick
opera
shot of
theatre,
a
one
zoo.
is the concert hall.
No,
I'm
you
not sure
come
which
back.
is which.
Well, she can find out when she gets there.
That's the concert hall. I don't know which way she's approaching it.
Well, she's coming from...
Oh, from Manly.
That very tall building is centre point, and then you've got the
Annie?
Qantas building near that.
Annie,
Various...
as you approach, if you're coming towards the Opera House now from the Manly direction,
We are,
you'll
yes.
see that the shells are in basically 2 rows. And
Okay, we can see that, yeah.
and the furthest ones are
Is
the concert hall, so you want the nearest row
Nearest
of shells,
one,
and
okay.
that's what houses the opera theatre. So don't go into the...
Got you, yes.
Don't
okay,
go into the
got
first
you.
one. Come,
Okay. It's the great thing about Sydney. There's always, apart from obviously the performances in the Opera House, it's known for its sort of street theatre. There's a place in the centre of town called St Martin's Place where there's always jazz musicians there. And there's always some kind of live entertainment going on. It's terrific. There is as John Betjeman said, nuns and a rug of scrum. Or, of course, you had Dame Edna's version, which was that she saw a waiter in a restaurant. He was folding serviettes, and she said, "Why don't you enter the competition, fill in the form?" And that's what you got.
That's right.
We'll be able to see what Anneka can
Right.
see.
coming in. From this
we
direction,
are.
from Manly.
Well, see where she presumably she'll have to land over here.
Yes.
It's very weird doing treasure hunt in Australia because no one's got a clue who we are or what on earth we're doing.
Furthest away
Are
from
you-
the bridge.
are you
I
near
may
there?
be gone some time. Look after yourself.
Are you nearly there?
Yes, we are.
Good.
So
Surprised you didn't just drop me in the harbour.
remember, Annie, it's the ones furthest away from the bridge. The row
Okay.
of buildings furthest away from the bridge.
Yeah, there they are. It'll be that one. Let's have a quick
Have you
brisk
landed?
walk. Good day, mate. Good day. I love it. Yes, we're running.
Right.
We're running at a gentle trot up the hill.
Okay.
Actually,
And so
this is
remember,
drying off my-
we're looking for the Villi. These are these spirits that Pete told you about. And
The
they will lead you a
spirits?
pretty dance, which may means they'll take some catching.
I've got to do my Puck impersonation, have I?
Yes, I think so.
Great. Here we are.
You got your tutu with you. Do a bit of...
Oh, we're not going to go through all that again, Kenneth.
As long as she doesn't sing, it's all right.
Yes, exactly. Oh,
She can dance.
charming. Yes.
Don't mess with my tutu, Kenneth.
That's right.
I thought it was
Can
you
have
that
half a
liked dressing up.
chance. Points.
Kenneth, I must just say quickly, it is good to be back with you again now.
Well, it's good to be
It's
back
been
with you.
a long year without you, Kenneth. I've missed
Oh, she's
you.
really back with us, isn't she?
I
The other
know.
side of the world. You couldn't be farther away.
Yeah.
No, but we've got all those weeks of fun to come together.
Whereabouts are you now, Annie?
We're just running in now. This is the entrance.
Running
Oh,
into the
good.
entrance, lovely.
Well, you see all these people dancing.
Now.
20 minutes.
You okay?
Oh, I wish I was there.
Isn't that spectacular?
It's so famous for all the birds and everything. All the things I
Excuse
like.
me, do you know where the theatre is?
Through this way?
Through that way.
29.
You
Right.
probably won't be able to hear her much when she's in there, I expect, do you think?
No, we may lose communications.
Isn't that lovely?
Can you hear us at all?
Yes, I can.
No, she must be
Hi.
inside now.
Door 26, 27.
So come on, Kenneth, you can fill in and do as your Giselle.
Yeah, well,
Is he
I
twins?
can really, but I don't think I
That's a
will
very,
tonight.
very nice picture of
Oh, there's a picture of the Giselle.
we go.
Are these
Lot
the
of
spirits?
stairs
Then
here.
these characters?
I think so.
The blue lighting's the spirity one.
Oh, yes, could be.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
that could be
yeah.
the spirit piece.
Yes. Over the page there was some
Is
Is
blue.
this 29?
Yes, it should be.
What do you mean it should be? Thank you. Oh my God. Hang on a second. I can't go there. Is this Giselle?
Yeah, it is.
I've got a crisis, Kenneth. Kenneth? Kenneth? Kenneth?
Dame Edna.
Yeah,
You
right.
could have done your Dame Edna, Kenneth. You could put your other glasses on, the ones you don't wear on the telly.
Hello, Kenneth, can you hear me? I'm so sorry, I'm so embarrassed. Kenneth, I mean, it's all very well doing this in England, but these people don't know who I am. Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
She's actually going down the steps now, right into the theatre.
I'm in a total state of shock. I can't just go up onto the theatre. Hello? I just can't go up there. I'm so sorry. Is this a live performance you're watching?
Yes.
Oh, dear. I can't. Who was it I had to look for? One of the nymphs. Oh, look, there's the clue. Look back. Excuse me. Is this a live performance?
Yes.
No, I don't think it matters if I go on the stage. Are you sure?
That's fine.
Can I have your word for this? Hang on. I'm so sorry. Can I just... Got it!
She's got the clue.
Oh, well done.
Stop the clock!
Right, we're going to take another
Sorry,
short break
sorry,
here now.
everybody. Thank you. Gosh, I'm very sorry. We're making a British television programme and you won't know what on earth we're doing. Is anyone from England? Hello again and welcome back. I'm having a bit of a contretemps with an emu at the moment, but we've repositioned. We've gone further northwest to a place called Waratah Park.
Waratah
Now,
Park.
if you go up the coast and you'll find a place called Mona Vale Beach. Quite far up.
Mona Vale Beach. Yes,
Go
got
right
Mona Vale.
west inland.
I think this
okay?
might help
And
you.
you'll find a place called Duffy's Forest,
Duffy's Forest,
Yes.
and that's where it is.
That's the map of it.
Right, so are we ready?
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, we're absolutely
Okay,
ready.
well, let's start the clock. Clue 4.
Okay,
Read the clue
this is
for
the
us, will you?
clue. Oh gosh, the emu's having a fit. Between offshore Caledonia and Shakespeare's Forest, follow the E.T. trail to a tessellated pavement where Annie stages a comeback.
between offshore Caledonia and Shakespeare's Forest. Follow the E.T. trail to a tessellated pavement where Annie stages a comeback. Oh, heavens, now.
Scotland Island. Caledonia would be Scotland,
Offshore
right?
Caledonia, yes.
And Shakespeare's Forest.
Right, okay,
Well, hang on, let's
then.
look on this
We're just
map.
saying goodbye to our dear little koala. Is he dangerous? Oh, deadly. Oh, deadly. He looks it. Yes, sorry. We're getting so carried away with our natural history
You want to
programme
get
we're doing here.
back in the helicopter and go north-east towards
right, yes.
Scotland Island.
Okay. Oh, do take
Yeah, it's an island in the bay. And
Okay. Look at Frankie.
Now, Shakespeare's Forest, we've got to find what
He's
that
got
is.
his ski outfit on and his mountaineering boots.
What is Shakespeare's Forest?
Shakespeare's Forest, well, the Forest of
Right.
Arden. Which is that?
Well, here's the Arden.
Where's
Here's the
Arden?
Arden.
That's it.
Right in the middle.
Bye-bye, Emu.
Annie,
Yes. Yes?
you are going to head towards Scotland Island,
Yeah, I
but
got that.
the clue lies between there and a point due west. On our map is marked as Arden. That's Shakespeare's Forest.
Oh, very good. Is
Okay.
that Peter?
That's
That's Phil.
Phil.
Hello,
Yeah.
this is Peter.
This is Peter.
Peter,
He's going to
hello.
have his share and his turn now.
Annie, Arden,
Yes.
the westerly point, is marked on our map with a small triangle, presumably is a high point. But we're going somewhere between those 2 points.
Sorry, I'm just quite... I can't see that. I'm looking at
Anneka?
the chopper. Yes!
Are you in the helicopter?
Yes, just about.
Right.
Right.
Look at this.
I don't know whether... Could it be this? Elvina Track. Could that be
E.T. Elvina Track. Now,
We've got 15
Follow the
minutes
Elvina
left.
Track. It's on the way, isn't it?
yes.
Gillies! We missed you.
Tessellated. Well, tessellated is paved with
Right,
small
no, no.
mosaic
That's right.
tiles.
I mean, I've
Yes,
heard
it's
that
checked.
you're
It's a checker pattern, tessellation.
known for your
But I
speed.
don't see where that's...
This is
We're running
E.T.
behind
Trail.
time, I think, now.
To a tessellated
head
pavement. So,
east towards
well,
Scotland
there has
Island.
to be something about the park.
What?
No problem.
No problems, mate. No worries.
Excuse me, I'm going to turn this over for a minute.
Yes, too.
Annie?
All right, I'm sure you'll be
I've got it.
accepted by
Ah,
your
wow.
Yes, Wincy.
No, it's all right. They've got something for you now.
Right.
Annika,
something-
the,
Yes, hello.
the tessellated pavement. Tessellated means like tiles, and it's a natural sandstone feature. So as you fly,
Yes.
please look down, because somewhere between that point Arden and Scotland Island, you will see it. It's a bit like the limestone pavements in Yorkshire. You know, the sort of...
No.
The
Sorry. Gillis has just given me a map. It says, Gillis, give Anneka this map when you land at Waratah Park.
And you've only just received it.
What on earth's this for? What's it for?
To find your way around.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with that one?
It's not good enough.
Okay, so that's what we want.
Enormous.
Annie, did you get that?
Yeah.
What you're looking for, what the tessellated pavement is, it's a natural form in the limestone of slabs of limestone fitted together like an enormous mosaic.
Is it on the island?
No,
On
it's
the mainland?
between the island and Arden, which is a point due west of there
Yeah.
on the mainland.
That's why he's
Right.
given you that map.
Now,
Yes.
if you look on that map, Annie, between
Yeah.
Arden and Scotland Island, you'll see Elvina Track, which we think
Hang
is
on,
the
hang on.
the ET
Right.
trail.
Yes,
Which is a-
Elvina Bay. You see,
Yeah,
it's
now
near
the-
there.
The Elvina trail is the ET in the clue. Now,
You're going to have
Okay,
to
sorry.
follow it.
About 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You'll have
My
to-
man on the spot says we've got 2 minutes to go.
Good,
I think
2 minutes
it's a
away,
very
good.
nice map, but I prefer my other one. It's very nice, though.
okay.
Oh, it's got all about bushfires, because this whole area...
If you look
is known
above
as
the
bush.
bushfires bit to the right, there's a picture of the tessellated pavement, if you've got it, if it's a green-coloured map.
Oh, yes!
Yeah, can you see it?
tessellated pavement.
OK, now when you get there, Annie, look for some people. It says where Annie stages a comeback. Now, the only comeback I can think of is a boomerang.
A boomerang! I
boomer-
thought maybe I was going to have a comeback in the outback. It sounded very interesting. So
Yes.
I think it's a-
You might.
I always like a little comeback in the outback. But,
12
that's
minutes
something
to
I always
go.
do on Thursday evenings.
Are you low enough to be able to see this pavement
Yes,
when you get...
that...
It's between there and there. Follow the track down. you see.
Keeping
It's
my
between the
eyes
two, and
open,
it'll be
we've got
somewhere
the
like
coast
that.
ahead. That must be Scotland Island ahead.
OK, so it should be before you reach the coast. You're going down the track somewhere, looking for the line for the sandstone.
Yes, it'll be literally anywhere. If you could go a tiny bit quicker, Guinness. I mean,
Oh, wonderful.
I
Nearly there now.
There's something else
bit
there for you.
quicker.
Annie, are you clear that you have to find the track?
The track, yes. Yes.
Yes, right.
A track. I think I keep wanting to say desiccated coconut, but I mean tessellated pavement.
In the high places, the flat exposed sandstone is sometimes geometrically patterned. These tessellated pavements are often decorated with Aboriginal engravings. You can see them there.
Right. You can see them on the map.
That's
right.
Sort of fish shapes and things like that.
Ah, now there's people playing with their boomerangs down there.
That's it. That's what you want.
That sounds like it.
That's it.
Somebody down there's got a boomerang. You've got to get a boomerang or throw it or something like that.
Right. I hope they don't throw it near the rotors. We'll have a major crisis on our hands. But let me just.
Well, you're going to have to throw it.
Yes, I think you'll have to throw it.
Oh, I'm not known for my boomerang technique. It's a bit like my rowing. Anyway, here we are coming in now.
I have thrown a boomerang and it went forwards very well.
Didn't come back.
It didn't come back.
It was a one-way one.
Goodness, what's wrong with landing right over there where they're throwing the boomerangs?
You're not allowed to land on the Aboriginal painting.
Oh, I see, right, okay.
Land exactly there because it's a sacred site.
So where are you going to land, Annie?
We've just landed 10 seconds away. See you later. Can you fly a boomerang?
Yes, you may need some help. There is a knack.
Come on,
you have to
just
be
leave
taught. But
I think you have to throw it backwards to the way that you would feel.
Straight through.
You throw the pointed end forwards, I believe.
Do you? I don't know. Why don't you just pop over here and give me a quick lesson?
Somebody will have to show you, but don't go to
Here's
evening
the boomerang
classes to
trail.
learn. We haven't got time.
Yes,
10 minutes
Here we
left.
are, the boomerang trail, you see? This is where we follow it.
Oh,
This is
boomerang
sort of-
trail. Lovely.
Yeah.
Stage. It's
Here
the
we are,
staging bit
scampering
that,
through the bush.
Have we clarified
Stages
that?
a comeback? Well, there could be a stage there, but...
Here are the rocks, these...
OK, can you see the people with the boomerangs?
Yes. Oh, here they are. Right.
Good.
Right.
Hi, good day. Good day, sport.
Say good day
How you
and
doing?
ask to borrow a boomerang.
How you doing,
Hopefully
mate?
one of them will have a clue.
Good, mate. What do you say next in Australian? Can I have a go?
Yeah, sure.
What do I do?
Right, hold the boomerang.
Where's the... Do you know there's a pink clue, though?
Oh, yes.
Where?
Up there.
Oh, you're joking.
You got to get it out of a tree.
Where is it,
very
Annie?
funny.
Have they thrown it away?
It's attached to a branch on the tree,
Oh,
and
well
I've got
done.
to knock it down.
OK, yeah, so you
Have
can
you
throw a
got a couple
boomerang
of
up
hours
to get
to
it
spare?
down.
Right, like that. That way.
Give you a little bit of a chance.
I think there'll probably be someone to
Give me a quick go.
Annie, yes, you may need to get somebody to help you.
Oh, I see. Hang on. Here we go. I've cracked it. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
shame
have
about that.
another
Never mind.
try.
Keep
A little
trying.
bit more spin. That's it.
Oh! Sorry.
Have another one.
No, not quite.
She's
Not
got
bad.
something.
That was a... Can you do it for me? Because we're running
Yeah,
out of time.
get one of the natives.
Oh, God. Quickly. Oh, they can't do it
Thinking about
either.
the koala bear.
Koala could have shimmered the
That's
tree.
cheating!
Come on.
Cheat!
Cheat by all means.
Have you got it?
Between two burnt offerings and a location for Alice.
Oh, we got it.
Yeah! Excuse me while you've been sitting having your coffee. Get to the point and go inside for an outside chance of finding a Joey.
Between
Alice
two burnt
Springs?
offerings and a location for Alice, get to the point
you
and
very
go
much
inside
indeed.
for an outside chance of finding
Thanks,
a
mate.
Joey.
Really good on you,
Joey's a
sport.
kangaroo.
Thanks.
Joey's baby kangaroo, yes.
Location
Right.
for Alice. Town
Town like Alice?
like Alice.
Between
Or
two
Alice.
burnt
Alice!
As in Springs, but that's a
Springs.
long way away, so you're not going to Alice Springs. Well, let me flip the map. There might be something on the back about burnt offerings,
Wait a minute, that's
bushfires, Aboriginal relics, plant life.
Look, I think that's
Right.
also what about do. Just
So,
wait a
so
second.
do you think it's back to the helicopter, definitely?
Burnt offerings. What's a burnt offering? It's a
hold it for a moment?
sacrifice.
Should we go back to the helicopter?
Could you
Yes, please, just back to the helicopter.
Burnt
We're trying to work out
offerings.
Coal and candle.
Oh, wonderful, yeah. Annie,
Yeah?
Kenneth has come to our rescue again. You want to go more or less southwest a little bit?
Yes?
OK, and I don't know if you can see... Annie?
Yeah?
Sort of southwest, you can see there are two roads called Coal and Candle Drive.
We've got 7 minutes.
Now that runs in a loop around it, so you need to go somewhere between the two. Now it says go inside, and it's in with two ends. So there's a pub.
Alice, though, what's that?
I don't see where you mean. What roads were they called?
There are two black roads on our map. If you go south,
Do you have your map
west,
with you?
Oh, I need the big one again, do I?
Yeah, you
Yes,
need the green
yes.
one from the national
Big
park,
one.
really.
Are you on your way back to the helicopter?
Oh, I see, right. Those Scotland Island. In between the two black roads.
That's it. Can you see they're both called Coal and Candle Drive? Now you've
Coal
got
and Candle Drive, right.
Yes, between that and a location for
Alice.
It doesn't, no, it doesn't say between those. It's between that and the location.
between that and a location for Alice.
Oh, I'm in a panic, because
Yes, we're in a panic too.
we'll just head towards there. And
Yes,
then
head
we'll
towards
work
there.
out.
Are you in the helicopter?
And somewhere
Yes, we
else.
are.
Right.
We're on our way.
OK.
What?
You want me to go back that way?
Yeah, we want to go... Hang on, it's south. It's definitely south, is it? Definitely
yeah,
south.
southwest, but not too
It's
fast
almost
at the
west,
moment.
right.
6 minutes left.
And a burnt offering. What about? Because it's called coal.
Yes, and Coal and Candle. No, it's
Yes.
between there and a location for Alice, and we've no idea what that means.
Don't forget, there's this, of course, the creek is Coal and Candle also.
We'll let you know. Hang in there, Guinness. We're just having a sort of major discussion about this at the moment.
Oh, Looking Glass Bay, look.
Alice through the looking glass. Annie.
Oh, brilliant.
Can you see Coal and Candle Creek? OK, Cottage
Yes.
Point is where you want.
Coal and Candle Creek. And
There's a
then
kiosk there.
It's northwest.
Looking Glass Bay.
Yeah.
Sort of in
Can you see
between
it?
there. Cottage Point.
Yes, Cottage Point.
Cottage
Again,
Point.
there's going to be an inn of some sort there. Go
inn.
inside.
Is that Phil or Peter being quite so brilliant?
It's a joint effort.
It's mostly Philip, I'm afraid.
We've got 5 minutes to go.
How long before we're there?
Okay, look let's read
about
up
a
these
minute.
symbols.
About a minute?
Right.
Gee, we're going to be there in about a minute.
What else is there? There's a square.
Right, where all the boats
That's a
are.
public
Right.
telephone, so she can phone home.
We're nearly there. We're nearly
It
there.
sounds like
good.
outside the inn.
Cottage Point.
Did you know that koalas aren't bears at all? They just look like
Your
them.
hint
They're
to the
actually
treasure was
marsupials.
pick a pocket,
Thought I'd let you know
remember.
that.
Sorry, what was
Pardon?
that?
Sorry, I was just telling you about koala bears, that they're not bears at all, they're marsupials. I just thought we'd add a bit of the David Attenborough to this
Did you
programme.
smell the koala breath? It's all
No, I didn't.
eucalyptusy.
I didn't get that close.
I wonder-
I wasn't formally introduced.
See if we can
Her
find
name
some more
was
about Cottage
Elizabeth.
Point.
It looked a bit strange.
Is there anything over
Right,
there?
can we
I
land
looked through
here?
those. No,
Can't
there
find
isn't.
anywhere.
Who's he on the phone to? This is Cottage Point right here.
You got it,
Okay,
have you?
you're looking for an inn. There has to be an inn or a bar or a pub or...
Right. Oh,
it says a
look at the
kiosk.
setting.
I wonder if
We
the,
can't look at it, Annie.
There's
I
so
wonder
many.
if the pocket you have to
There's a
pick is
store.
the
Yes, I
pouch
think
so, don't you?
Yeah.
of the kangaroo.
Go inside for an outside chance
right.
of finding a joey. I think you've got to go into this pub or inn or something. And
be
there's
a
going to
wallaby,
be
a
a
couch.
wallaby or a kangaroo, and you're going to find a
Right.
joey, which is the baby in the pocket.
Oh, how lovely. Well, look, here's the restaurant, Cottage Point Inn.
Is there a restaurant, did you say, Annie?
The rest, yes. It may be, the kangaroo may be
You're not in
outside.
the water again, are you? Oh, you're joking.
No time for debate.
Make up your mind, Annie, and jump.
I haven't. Have I? Oh, I don't. Are you joking? Is this some sort of terrible Aussie joke?
What's this? What's he making?
We've actually landed on the water. What do I do now?
You swim?
Do I...
Get a boat to get you off.
Oh, right!
Oh, no. Do you have a boat?
Excuse me! Excuse me! Brilliant!
Helicopter's always got floats on it,
Yes,
Annie,
it
there.
Right. All we need is a motor on the back, and then we just whiz in like a
Got to get into a boat now.
Ah.
3 minutes.
Hurry up!
I couldn't see anything anywhere. No. There's some there.
Oh, gosh. Oh, well, let's have a sunbathe while we're... What are you doing on that skid?
Just there's a
anyway?
kiosk at Cottage Point.
Careful.
Public telephone.
Thank you! Shall I take all my kit off again in case I get wet?
Yeah, see if there's... Is that a picture of Cottage Point in there?
Oh, well,
No?
Frank, it's just going to get wet.
Keep looking.
Cottage Rock. What's that? What was that?
Yes, please! Can you take us?
Cottage.
Yeah!
Cottage.
What a
Glass Rock.
man!
No, it shows
See
Glass
these
Rock.
That's the other
Australians,
side.
they're intrepid, they're ready for any situation. Hi!
Come on, Annie.
Yeah.
Have you landed yet?
She's in the boat.
She's in a boat.
I'm sorry, have you landed on dry land?
No, I'm just trying to get into the boat. Dennis, I'll
Annie.
get you.
This might help
Yeah.
you speed up. Imagine Jaws, you know when it comes up behind you in the little boat? Maybe that's it.
Oh,
Just when,
now you've made us think.
just
Now
when you
that's
thought
what
it was
you've
safe
done.
to go back into the water, Annie. So get a move on.
Quicker to swim.
We've got 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left.
How far are you from the shore?
Well, not far, but we have this very kind man who's trying to get close enough to us in the boat. But,
Get wet, you've done it once.
Yes, just dive in.
well done. Are we all getting aboard this?
OK, go, go, go.
Quick.
How far is it?
Right. We're nearly as quick as you can.
1.5 minutes.
5 guineas. We've literally got a minute and a half.
Can you see...
Thousands of miles.
Annie, can you...
I know.
To the shore.
Annie,
Doesn't know what we're talking about.
can you see the inn there, or the kiosk? We
Yes,
can't
I
find a
can.
picture of it, but we reckon either inside or outside that building, and probably just outside, you'll find a kangaroo or a wallaby with a joey in its pouch. I have a feeling it could be a stuffed one. I don't think you'd get a real joey away from its mother.
1 minute.
I reckon it's a
I
stuffed
don't think
one.
it's so much chance.
Right. OK, lads. The A-team. This crack force that bravely go where
Are
no
you
men have
sure
been
yet?
before. Hi. Is there a kangaroo anywhere? Sorry? Kangaroo?
Kangaroo or a wallaby with a joey in its pouch.
question in Australia,
Could
is
be
there a
5
kangaroo
minutes.
anywhere?
Find a kangaroo or a wallaby
Go to the
here
inn.
somewhere.
Go to the restaurant.
A row?
Do you know? Have you seen... Oh, hang on!
Got one?
Yes!
Is there a joey in its pouch?
Take...
Yes!
You've actually got it.
Yes, she's got it.
Terrific. Well done. Well done.
Annie,
You've done a great job. I really did think. I
I
did think at that last you weren't going to get it. However, you
You're
did.
a
So
real
there we are.
sport,
Tremendous.
Yes.
There's a nice check. Oh, it's a check each for you. One for Phil
Thank you.
and one for Peter. Thank
you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you
So
very much.
that means you won your £1,000. That's £500 each.
Your treasure hunt board
And
game.
there's your
Thank you
treasure
very much
hunt
indeed.
board game.
We'll have hours of fun. 45 minutes of fun.
Congratulations. Well done.
very much
Annie,
indeed.
thanks very much
Well,
indeed.
thank you.
And thank you to Wincy. And that's the end of Treasure Hunt for this week. I hope you'll join us next week at the same time when we have the next programme. Until then, goodbye.
In fact, Treasure Hunt remains down under when the team move further towards New Zealand. Annabel Croft takes over as Skyrunner when she continues her search for hidden clues tomorrow at 10. Stay with us now on the Family Channel for Sirens. Lynn receives the needle that does the damage after the break.